in Markarth, which is in the
Now they can
Reach.
see it. Sorry, I wasn't switched over yet.
Oh, that's all right. Now you can see that I'm in Markarth. So this is going to seem like really familiar to people that have played TS5 Skyrim,
For this.
but
Yeah.
a little bit different. It's a little bit dirtier, a little bit grungier, but it's still going to have, some of the same architecture and stuff like that. So it should seem very, very familiar to people.
And just a reminder that this is on an internal server right now, so you might see some things that either whether they look unfinished or Finn is suddenly floating or he's skipping through something. Like this is all
Yeah,
internal.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
it is coming to PTS Monday, so everybody will be able to test it and give feedback. But
Yeah,
for
there's
this
going to be
stream,
some placeholder art and stuff like that, which is normal for as we do internal stuff. So, yep.
This is a true first look.
yes.
Markarth holds a special place in my heart because when I did the A Night to Remember quest in Skyrim, this is where I woke up.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And yes, I was accosted by, I think, a priest.
Now this Markarth is really vertical. It kind of reminds me of Orsinium a little
Yes,
bit, and we saw that in
yeah.
that video before. There's a lot of height to it, which is kind of cool.
Yes, there is. There's tons of height to this.
So pretty.
Yes, there
So,
is.
for Vateshrans, I could show you where on the map. This is the map of the Reach, and if you see, it's down here. I already have the quest because it's just easier if I'd already had the quest. But I will go ahead and travel there. Yeah. So the basic story behind Vateshran's Hollows or Vateshran Hollows is that this is the location where Reachmen go to prove that they are Reachmen. This is it's a proving ground. You actually take what's called the Vateshran Rites, which is the name of the quest in here too. So you are essentially performing the Vateshran Rites to prove that you're as strong as a Reachman. There's some important people in this area here. Right over there is the Rites Matron, and she's the one who's going to give the quest and kind of tell you all about the arena. Then you have some other people in here. This is the Lamenter of the Slain. So what she does is she keeps vigil over fallen Reachmen and fallen champions from the arena. And you could speak to her and get a little bit of information about what she does. Typical for the Reachmen, they're hags. So they hold hags in very high regard here.
Hags.
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 Hag ravens.
Hags. Not hag ravens.
Not
Hags.
hag ravens?
Not hag raven.
I hear
Just
Wayne
hags.
laughing in the background.
Yeah. So this is the Binder in the Dark. She has the unenviable job of getting the adversaries that you're going to face in the arena. The Reachmen are not shy about their worship of different Daedric princes. They don't consider it a bad thing, even if more civilized folk might think that certain Daedric princes are bad. They don't kind of hold those views. They just look at them as an existence in a world. So, first of all, you'll get the quest from the Rites Matron, and then you go in here, and this is called the Choosing. So this is the first thing that we're going to see that's different from Maelstrom Arena. So in Maelstrom Arena, you went into the first arena, and then you progress through arena. So in this, it's different. We're actually giving you a choice here. And they have separated out the arenas by Daedric prince that they worship. So you have over here, you have the Wounding, which is dedicated to Moloch Ball. And over here, you have Hunter's Grotto, which is dedicated to Hircine. And then finally, over here, you have the Brimstone Den, which is dedicated to Mehrunes Dagon.
I see people in chat asking, like, where are all the bad guys? This is just kind of like where you get started. He hasn't actually gone in yet.
You come in here, and then you get to choose. So you're performing rites to kind of prove yourself as a Reachman, so that you come in here and you get to choose which arena you want to tackle first. So
but it's all part of the same experience, though, right? Like right? You have to do all three. It's just whichever order.
Yeah. Absolutely. You actually get this. This is where we're trying to inject choice for players, so that for people that do this, they can choose which ones they want to do first. So after you get a little bit of experience in these arenas, you think, oh, this arena is maybe these monsters I'm better equipped to deal with or better equipped to handle. I'll go down that arena path first, and then I'll choose this one over here. So this area is called the choosing. Um, they're not subtle about what they want to call it.
We're actually going to allow you to make a
yeah.
choice right now for everybody watching in Twitch. We're going to let you choose which arena we go into first. We're going to show all of them off equally, but just for fun, which one do you want to see first? So we just put up a Twitch poll. It's only going to run for, less than a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose between Brimstone Den, which is that the Moloch Ball one?
Yeah, Brimstone Den is Moloch Ball. Hunter's
Grotto.
Grotto is Hircine, and the Wounding is Moloch Ball.
I have to say, Hunter's Grotto is winning by a lot right now. So prepare
really
yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely prepare yourself.
While we're letting this run, a few minutes ago, I saw somebody ask, is Markarth a friendly city? The answer is yes. So
yes.
This is basically the city hub for the Markarth DLC.
I think that the part of maybe something that people are going to want to keep in mind as they approach here, the Reachmen have oftentimes been depicted as evil or bad or something like that, but they're just people and they just believe a different way. So the more you kind of disabuse yourself of the idea that all Reachmen are bad or something, the better off you're going to be for this DLC. We're going to explore their culture and their history and stuff, so you're going to be able to see some of these things. This is a good example of one of those things. This is just a proving grounds for the Reachmen to come here and take these rights and prove themselves.
I mentioned work alongside some of them in the Markarth DLC.
Absolutely. I mentioned the Binder in the Dark, and I said that she has the worst job because her job is actually, now that we've been to the choosing, her job is to summon the different Daedra that you will face in these different areas and then bind them to this area. So she has to deal with summoning rituals and stuff like that. So it takes her toll on her. She's had a rough day. Make sure you give her a back massage if you see her, because she doesn't have a good day, is what I'm saying.
I just imagine her being like, "Yeah, I got another one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yep.
Again.
Every time somebody comes up to take the rights, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to replace all these guys."
All right, so Hunter's Grotto won by an awful lot. It was like 61% of the people want to see that one first.
We're gonna go see Hunter's Grotto then.
And for anybody that is just joining us now, we are doing an exclusive first look of the new solo arena that's coming with the Markarth DLC. Finn is able to show it on an internal server, so we're going to be going through each of these, I guess we can call them each arena to kind of complete the entire arena, if you will.
I might call them wings, just because that's how we've been kind of describing them. They're wings. Yeah. They're not arenas in the same sense as you're going to see right now. They're not arenas in the same sense that Maelstrom was arenas, where you have set like little circles that you're going to fight in and then waves of monsters spawn. This is much more organic as you kind of I'm going to have to use special abilities.
Cheating.
Yeah, cheating. I'm gonna have to cheat here. This highlights right here. This is a good part where we can highlight these guys. You see these like bubble. I think it's gonna look different in each arena. These are essentially gates, and by eliminating these gatekeepers, you open up the gates. And the reason that's important is because in this arena you cannot resurrect in place. You can only resurrect at a way shrine, but as you defeat these gatekeepers and as you defeat bosses, these become your respawn points, essentially.
And what Finn just did, just one-shotting everything, was a dev command.
No, it's really good players. That's what they're able to do. And if you can't do that, you're not as good a player. I'm kidding, of course.
And now we're not going to be showing like boss mechanics or anything with this. We want to leave it spoiler free.
Absolutely not. We're not going to describe kind of how to defeat the bosses or essentially what you have to do. You're all going to see some kind of mechanics go off that you may not understand or might not pay attention, but that's okay. You'll figure it out when you get here and go through this kind of space. So this is where we're approaching the first boss. So each wing has two bosses. Pardon me. Each wing has two bosses. and then there's a final wing, which we actually won't reveal to anybody here, that has the final boss for the arena. And as you complete each wing, I'm going to do this twice. Come on. There we go. As you complete each wing, it unlocks. You just saw on the center of my screen, it said grapple bow acquired. Each wing unlocks a different, what we call traversal method. So it's a different way that you can interact with the world. So because we did here scene, we actually have the grappling bow now. And each traversal method that you unlock, there's the final boss's space over there. I'll give you guys a good kind of view of this space.
Yeah, looks cool. Why don't you jump down there? See what's down there, Finn.
There's a sky shard right
Yeah.
there.
Somebody is going to do it.
I need to not tell people that because I believe
Yeah.
after Stonethorn launched, I was in a stream and I said there's a chest in the lava and somebody died
Everyone's
in the
like,
lava
really?
looking for it. Yes. It was,
Let's go. Hey, somebody in chat was asking, with those, with the gatekeepers, they're saying that you resurrect there. If you die if your character dies in this arena, you don't lose your gear or anything, right? You just restart there.
No, you do not lose your gear.
I think, was that Nephis asking to see the weapons? We will show off at least one of the weapons. Yeah.
Yes, we will show off the weapons.
It's coming.
That does highlight, though, that we are going to have, much like the other arenas that we've done, we have ability-altering weapons here. So we have not only that, we also have 3 unique gear sets that drop in the arena as well.
I'm looking at chat. I'm so glad that other people got major anxiety watching you do that grappling hook.
Right?
Like series. I was just like, oh god.
There's actually things you can land on here. We actually didn't want to kill people just flat out for that, so there's things you can land on. It's more fun to be, to not touch the ground, right? It's like the floor is lava, except in a video game, right?
I definitely remember, like, when we were going through just practice runs of this, you kept falling in something, and you're like, oh, dead again.
Yes, that was, why you gotta call me out like that, Gina?
I gotta take my shots when I can.
So, Finn, this is the first solo arena since Orsinium, so it's been, what, 5 years?
Yeah, like 5 years or so.
This is a big deal.
Yes, it is. It's a big deal. And to kind of put a further point on it, it's not something that when we approached, we wanted to come in and say, okay, we're just going to do another Maelstrom arena. We wanted this arena to stand on its own, to be a completely solo experience in an arena, but different than anything you've done before. So if you saw there, we unlocked the traversal method. We give you a choice at the beginning. Mm-hmm. You see that you're actually progressing down a path rather than just sitting in an arena and wait for mobs to spawn and come after you. There's 2 bosses in each wing, but there's all kinds of stuff to look out for and stuff.
Yeah, so this isn't just like Maelstrom 2.0 or something.
Absolutely
it's
not.
A brand
Absolutely
new
not.
thing.
It's a whole new experience.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. So this is the second boss. This is Radgarak. And again, we're not going to show you anything, but you can see kind of his arena space. Maybe put together some ideas of what potentially would be done here.
And players can be any level to go into this, right?
Absolutely. You can, I think it should reveal no matter what, and you're not queuing in, so we don't have any limits on you entering the arena. You can come in here. There is a normal version and there's a veteran version, and exactly like Maelstrom Arena, the quest will save your progress. So the minute you choose an arena, so that you select the quest, you go into the choosing. The minute you choose an arena, you're locked to that arena until you've completed that arena. And then once you come back to the choosing, you see we've completed Hunter's Grotto, and you can't go back there.
You can take your time learning it if you want to.
But choosing an arena is important because you're kind of locked into that arena, and once you've exited that arena, you cannot go back.
It is important.
So now we have the wounding and we have the Brimstone Den. I'll go to the wounding next.
What are those things on the ground?
What are they indeed? Uh,
Interesting. Hey, what happens if you jump in the pool of water? Everyone wants you to really
nothing.
jump in.
Oh.
This is actually weirdly, this is the portal to the final arena when it's active.
Ah, see?
So yeah, so you can't. It doesn't do anything yet, but once you've cleared all 3 of the arenas, you'll see kind of like there's a if I were to jump in there, it would take me to the final one. I'm not actually going to do that though, so you guys get to figure that out.
I saw
Now we're in the wounding.
I saw somebody saying choosing gives me anxiety. I mean, amen. If
Yeah.
boy, Jess can attest to that. She watches me just try
Yeah.
and choose anything during the day is like a
Lunch.
battle.
So, yeah, right.
It's horrible. Like the brand of something. Like I'm standing in the
Yeah.
grocery store. Like which one do I want again? Like, horrible. Anyway.
So there was a center screen message that popped up that said the monsters in here have gotten more difficult. So as you complete each wing and then you go to another ring, a wing, the monsters get more difficult in those. So it's kind of like if you fight monsters in one arena, it's not going to be the same experience like where you're going to find the easiest arena and then everything else is going to be easier. It escalates in difficulty for the monsters that you're going to be fighting. So by the time you get to the third arena, they're just going to get more and more difficult. So one thing that they've done here is they try to bring in the elements not only of the Daedra that you're going to see, but also the elements of the Daedric prince that it's associated with. So you see there's a lot of these, Cold Harbor assets and stuff like this. You can see a harvester here. She's a gatekeeper and her door goes away. There's some Ograms and Twilights.
Space looks really nice.
I'm getting nostalgic remembering the very first tutorial.
Yes. It's yeah, it's gonna have some of those. I mean, that's kind of what we lean on is like all that stuff we did for Cold Harbor too.
Yeah.
And now I am in a spot where I'm not gonna take any damage. So that's why you're not seeing me actually take damage. But if you do get hit by those, you actually do take damage. This lady's right here. We're gonna run up here to the first boss in this wing in the wounding.
I saw it was like a minute ago or so. Somebody in chat was asking if you get rewards for doing this whole thing without dying once. Is there some sort of no death?
Oh yeah, we
reward?
have so much. Unlike in Maelstrom, it was very limited as far as the achievements you kind of earned. You kind of got the flawless, or you got I did it, right? In this, we have a bevy of achievements. We kind of have learned from what we've done with dungeons and trials and stuff like that to really, as much as possible, offer a ton of different achievements for doing this in all kinds of different ways. So each of these bosses is going to have, much like Maelstrom Arena, those power-ups that were in Maelstrom are also in the boss arenas for these. So you have that, and then you're going to have the doing it without using those. I'll leave it for players to explore kind of everything that goes into getting all the achievements. But needless to say, there are a ton of different achievements.
Awesome. I saw somebody asking about hard modes.
Oh yeah.
So
is that a thing?
So unlike arenas, or unlike kind of dungeons where you activate a hard mode, we don't have those really in arena. The hard mode is basically what we try to say is the hard mode is it starts the hardest it can get,
and you're doing it by yourself.
You use the power-ups to make it easier for you. So it's a decision mode of like, oh, when I started fighting this guy and he was just too difficult, all right, in this phase I need to use the damage buff, so I'm going to use that, or I need to use the reflect on this one, or something like that. So we kind of give players that opportunity to make it a bit easier for themselves if they need to, and it starts at the hardest difficulty.
And
there
then
are
not
leaderboard.
using those.
Go ahead.
Not using those gives you a better score.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Not using those will give you a better score, as well as some other things.
So it's kind of a self-imposed
Secret.
hard mode.
Exactly. So I'm gonna tap this guy because he actually spawns another guy, and we need to kill both of them.
But you're gonna dev kill them.
Yes, I did. Okay, so this is the first of the. So you unlock the grappling hook in the Hircine arena in the Hunter's Grotto, and in here, the wounding, you unlock the ability to use these. These are called wounding portals, and what they are is they're limited time teleports. So
You better hurry then.
you're only going to have access to this for a limited time. There's an extender here that you use.
So
That
limited
was,
time is literally a timer.
yeah,
It's not based on
right.
getting to a certain point or anything like
Nope.
that.
It is a timer that counts down, and this refreshes the timer.
Okay.
So what you're doing here, your goal here is to come in here and hit this chain. You hit this chain, and you'll see it teleports you back. So that's what happens when the limited time teleport ends. It teleports you back to where you used it, and then you can use it again. So if you're too slow, you don't extend it enough, it teleports you back here, and then you have to teleport and keep doing it. You know what I mean? So until you can get to that chain and hit that chain.
I log out.
If you log out, if you log out and then log back in, it's the arena has saved your place. So you're still gonna have to. You'll come back much like any save process. Once you've killed the first boss, this is where you would go to, and you still have to do that aspect. You can't not do that.
I'm so sorry. Somebody in chat just said my mouse has been on the screen this whole time. Boop, right there. Sorry about that. Moved. It's also important to note that these traversal methods that you unlock, so the grappling hook and then the one that Finn just showed, this is just in the arena. Like, you don't use a grappling hook in,
Right.
I don't know,
Yes,
Alakir or something.
This is all centered around the arena. They're arena specific, what you're doing. So I hit that chain and it formed this bridge. So now we can keep going through the arena. Hi.
Bye.
Kill these guys. You will notice in this arena these little eyes. These guys. What they do and how to use them are important. So if you were to walk over here, you'd notice that this bridge is broken apart. So you have to come back here and use another teleport here. I'll show you what it looks like when you don't do it right.
Yeah, show us. And also, this solo arena is repeatable. So it's not like you go through it and then that's it, you win. Like, you can keep on doing it over and over once it's completed, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
Try different orders, try to improve your score.
I don't have, so you see it teleported me right back to this thing, and now I have to go back and use it to go up top. So it just brings you back to kind of where you use the portal. It is visible on the buff trackers. I don't have my buff trackers up because I have some like development buffs and stuff. But it is viewable on the buff trackers, so you could see kind of the countdown as you're running through if you have your buff trackers up. And like I said, these little things, these are like halfway moves. These are extenders, so they basically refresh the time.
So why would people want to do this then, other than it
because
being
it's awesome.
fun?
Why would people want to do what?
Why would people want to go through the arena? What is the gain they get other than it being fun?
I mean, I don't know that I have much more than that, Jess.
We develop fun.
Nothing, no.
No, so we have 3 new item sets. We have all new arena weapons. We have leaderboards, so people will be able to test their stuff. There's without giving too much away, there's a lot that this arena has to offer, which is interesting and fun. Plus, you can get the kind of the story element for why is this arena here and what is it doing and stuff. So without giving away too much, there are a lot of cool aspects to this arena that we won't be touching.
Yeah, we're not showing you everything.
No, absolutely not.
And I think we are going to look at some of the rewards at the end.
Absolutely,
of this
I'm gonna take a look at the item sets and the weapons afterwards. So we did that, and you see this bridge forming, and this is going to take us to the final boss.
So
here,
once
the final boss of this wing.
Once you complete all 3 of these arenas and the final boss, everything resets, and then from that point you can choose which one you want to do again. I saw somebody ask.
So, yeah, you'd have to exit the instance and then come back in. But yes,
technically.
Yep. So this guy right here is the final boss in the wounding. As Zuzuth.
That gives me VMA vibes right there. I think God, somebody in chat literally just said the same thing.
Yeah, it does look similar, doesn't it? Boop. I booped his nose. So we've cleared the wounding, and then when you come back after this portal to the choosing, there's only one left, and this is the Mehrunes Dagon arena. The Brimstone Den. Adolin here is a former champion. So you could talk to him and get a little bit more information about the Vateshran's Hollows, or Vateshran Hollows. If you want, I'm not going to spoil any of that information right now. So there again, the Vateshran's might increased. Monsters are now more powerful. And now we go to, again, the Brimstone Den, which is Mehrunes Dagon followers. You got some scamps, lots of lava. I just get the impression that Mehrunes Dagon is just cold all the time. So that's why he sits around lava, I guess.
Somebody needs to knit him a little sweater.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite Daedroth, people that have done MA9 might recognize those guys. Oops.
Mouse is back. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, you guys. I keep putting my mouse over there. It's gonna turn into a game.
Going, boop, boop.
Do you remember, what game was it? It was Mario Paint. Remember that game where you had to like swat the little flies? I feel like my mouse is the fly. Like,
There you
there
go.
it is.
There you
Bye.
go. So we've headed through Brimstone, got through a couple gatekeepers, and now we go to the first boss, who is adorable. It's a magma queen. Look at her.
Aw.
So she's
What
awesome.
noise was that?
What?
I heard some noise. I think it was her sound effects.
She's adorable.
They do have fun sound effects.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the magma queen. She's got a lot to offer here, but I'm not going to show you what. So you kill her. And this is the traversal method that she unlocked. So this is a brimstone orb. Those of you that have played Moongrave Fane will recognize kind of how this operates. So the way this works is all this lava out here is extremely deadly. And you wouldn't be able to...
As it should be, right?
As it should be, yes. And you wouldn't be able to normally traverse it, but if you heavy attack this, it puts a safety bubble around you, and you take far less damage. So again, it's limited time. You need to run to get to the next one. And then we do this, and now I have it again. And if you're really good, maybe you could make that run from the entrance part to right here. There is a danger with that you won't make it, and you'll start to take a lot of damage from the lava. What you did see in a little bit in Hunter's Grotto, and I didn't really show it off in the second boss of the wounding, but each of these traversal methods also play a role in the final boss for the wing. So you're activating these things, you're getting them, it's helping you kind of traverse the space, but it's also it might be important for the final boss. You see this one is shielded.
It might be important.
Might be important.
It's cute.
This is shielded, so you have to kill these guys in order to break the shield. Basically, these are lava boots.
I mean, it's cool. It's pretty helpful, right?
Yeah, right?
I'm getting old school RPG
Yeah,
vibes. I love it.
yeah. Boom.
Can I
And then
ride
we're
my
gonna see...
mount
Go
through
ahead.
it? Somebody was saying, can I ride my mount through it? I don't think you can use mounts in here.
Cannot mount in here.
Yeah.
A good question though.
It is a good question. So this is the final boss for this this wing, and we are not going to the Pyre Lord. I'll give you kind of like a look at what the space looks like, but you're not going to actually get a chance to fight him right now, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy.
Gonna boop you down.
Boop. Now it says to clear the final arena, and I will go over here. You see how that pool has changed now?
It's very glowy.
Letting you know that you can go in here to the Champions Dais.
And now it's glowing.
Are you gonna
And
do
now
it?
it's gonna- Nope, not at all.
Ah.
So you can see this on Monday.
Yes, you can. You can find anybody that wants to can find out what happens when you go through the Champions Dais.
It looks so cool, though.
It does, doesn't it? We were going to show off a couple of the weapons. Oh, I have to show off the skin too.
Oh yeah, let's see the skin you got.
So there is a really cool. I got to do it with good lighting. Let's see here. I got to get good lighting to see this.
Push them in.
So this is going to. Hold on. Let me do the items first so that we can see what this is. Now, of course, this is going to be the same bags you would get on PTS when you make a character. So the helmet, there's a explosive rebuke. Let's see, that's explosive rebuke. There's pestilent host, and there's hex siphoner's sash. So these things are going to do different things, and I will let people that want to take screenshots of this stream and
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will
dissect how good those are or not. This is the great sword. It's built off momentum, so it's got a lot of uses for people that use rally or momentum a lot. It's pretty cool. And the Inferno staff is built off weakness to elements. So if you could take a look at some of the skills that we haven't highlighted before, you'll get an idea of what use these things will get, or at least what abilities we're going to be tying into. Actually, I wanted to show the skin.
Look at the outfit you have on, though. That's cool.
Yeah, that outfit. This is the I think Ancient Reach style, or is that what it is? Ancestral Reach style, which is the style for the arena item sets.
Cool.
So, and I will show off the skin. So this is the skin you get.
That's cool.
It's important and it makes sense for the story, but I'm not going to tell you how.
Hey, Fib, do you know what personality you have on your character right now?
Let's see. Breton Hero, I think. I don't know.
Well, no big deal either way.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So I saw some questions.
Or something hero, I think. I don't know. Go ahead.
Chat was asking, like, hey, does it actually really matter the order that we do these arenas in? And it does. But I don't know how much you want to get into it.
Get into the spoiler territory. It can absolutely matter what order you do the arenas in, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
But you'll be able to try it on Monday on PTS.
You'll be able to try and figure out what that means on Monday.
I'm sure people are going to dive right in.
Get
started with their guides.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting. And like I said, normal and veteran are independent, so you'll be able to start in normal, and it'll save your progress independently, whether you're in veteran or normal. And kind of once you lock yourself into an arena, you're locked into that arena until it's complete, and then you can choose others afterwards.
Did you mention the die that people
I did not mention the die.
Well, there you go. There's a die, too.
Yeah, the die is for one of the achievements in the arena, and it is, I think it's the blackest black die we've ever done.
I think so, yeah.
So, yeah, it's a really, really dark black die, so.
Looks cool. Finn, always a pleasure to have you on our stream. We appreciate you.
Always a pleasure to show off this awesome stuff.
Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. And I love that anybody can go in at any level, test the waters, take their time, learn it, and then go back and do it harder if they want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and again, this is part of the Markarth DLC. So if you have ESO Plus, you automatically get access to this. It will be on PTS on Monday, so you can check it out and give your feedback. I'm sure Finn's team would love to read it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Live stream it?
Oh, yeah, good idea. Yeah, for sure.
Any and all of the above.
Oh, good question. Are there perfected versions of the sets?
Yes, there are. If you do this in normal, you get the versions that I showed off, and then there's the perfected versions of the weapons, which are available in veteran.
There you have it. That was a great question. All right. It's all hard to remember everything that we're talking about, too. So we appreciate the questions in chat.
Yeah.
Man, people really want to see that last boss, but you know what? Not going to show it today. We're not going to spoil.
He's right down there.
Oh, what a
Right down
tease.
He's
there.
right there.
Right there.
All right, so we are going to switch gears in just a second, but thank you again, Finn,
Thank
for
you so much, Finn.
Yeah, no problem.
taking the
No problem.
time,
I love it.